Hi everyone, it's Kay Kaltoff and welcome to a chat with Kay, and I'm going to go over the 2018 product catalog shares, I'm going to be making this mistake for the next month. The 2019 occasions catalog product shares. How many of you, sign your checks 2018, do, you're writing a letter, you're posting something. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. I do this every year. I need to remember it's 2019 catalog shares. So that's what we're doing today. No stamping, just chatting. And I'm going to show you some more Christmas cards that I've gotten in the mail. I just might not say the last name right, but we'll show the card. And I'll keep my fingers crossed that you know who you are. Because one of you sweet ladies that watches me every week or so even sent me a card, so I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, let me put my coffee down a second. Do you have these? Stampin' Up! I always send my customers these catalogs through Stampin' Up! And I'm curious, has anyone gotten theirs? Because I got my celebration in the mail. I always email it or have it sent to myself, but I didn't get the big catalog in the mail. So I'm going to look at the comments real quick to see if any of you got that in the mail. Did you? I'm curious. The reason is because, well, I can't show you the inside pages yet, but I can, show the covers, and I'm just curious if you've gotten these. If you are needing a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to see what is in these incredible crafting magazines from Stampin' Up! With all of our awesome products, be sure to contact me. You can contact me through message on my Stamping to Share business page and let me know your address, and I'll get these out in the mail for you, because it's so much better to have them in your hands than it is to try to look at them on your iPad or on your computer. Yes, okay, so I'm seeing that a couple of you got the little one, which was the celebration one, but not the big one. So, all right, so I'm not alone then. So I will stop panicking. I was a little worried about all my customers that I sent these to, that, I hope it wasn't just me that only got one, but it looks like a lot of you only got one so far, or at least one of you only got one. Okay, so that means I'm not alone. So I'm going to encourage you to make comments on this video. I'd love to see where you're watching from. If you're a first-time watcher, if you've watched me lots before, I love seeing, where you're watching from, and it just makes my heart just so happy when I see people from all over the world who tune in to these Facebook Lives. So thank you very much. And I would also love it if you shared this, because just possibly there will be someone out there who would be interested in getting product catalog shares from the 2019 Occasions catalog, and I'd love to be the one to offer that to them. And let's see, I think what I'll do is I will do a little drawing. I'm not sure when. Maybe on, let's see, today, maybe Monday. Monday is the 24th. It's going to be a busy day, but I think in the afternoon I'll do a drawing. I'll pick 2 names. And what I'll do is I'll send you my family Christmas card. And actually, you're going to be surprised, because I use old swap cards for my Christmas cards to send to all my family and friends. That's not always current products. So if your name is drawn and you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you are a longtime Stampin' Up! Customer, this is going to be a blast from the past. So it'll be a Christmas card along with our family picture that we're doing this year. So I thought that would be kind of fun, a little bit different. No free product, but just a little something special from me. So I'll do that drawing on Monday, the 24th. So anyway, between now and then, go ahead and make comments on this video, and be sure to share it on your timeline. All right, I'm going to stop chatting so much, and I'm going to flip the camera down, and I'm going to show you our family Christmas card picture. All right, everyone, thank you so much again for joining me. I want to share with you our family Christmas card picture, and this is actually the one from the photographer that my daughter got. My daughter Kari got married this summer, and I'm going to explain who everyone is in this photograph, okay? So I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer so that you can see who my family members are. This is my daughter, Casey, and she is going to St. Scholastica up in Duluth. And she is a sweet little thing. She's studying nursing, and she is actually with me today. She helps me a lot with Stampin' Up! Stuff. So when she's home, oh my goodness, I can tell that I'm wiggling too much coffee. I'm going to put this down and try to bring up the camera so I don't, drive you guys all crazy. There. I brought up the camera so you can see this a little better. Okay, getting back to who these people are. This is my daughter, Casey. She's my youngest, and she goes to school at St. Scholastica. She is graduating this spring with a degree in nursing. I'm so excited for her. She is such a caring individual, and she helps me a lot with my Stampin' Up! Business. So for, I always give little gifts when I do product shares. So this is an example of a little gift. It's a yard of ribbon, some embellishments, and she is the one that makes all of these up for me to do little giveaways, because she's in college and she needs money. So she will do that for $10 an hour for me. So I'll probably be putting her to work during Christmas break. This is my husband, Steve. We started dating in college and got married. Well, we dated 7 years, I think, and then we got married in 1989. So we've been married a good long time, but we love to go to the cabin and to the camper, and we like snowmobiling, and he's a good guy. Everybody that I know really enjoys being with him because he's just so relaxed and easy to get along with. This is my second daughter. She's the middle child. She's the one that got married this summer, obviously, because she's in the wedding dress here. And she is a respiratory care therapist at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. She went to school there at the University of Minnesota, Rochester, and studied, health sciences, and chose to go into respiratory care. So she works the night shift. So I don't get to see her often because during the day she's sleeping and she's working at night. And then she often tries to keep her night schedule even on her off days. So she's still sleeping during the day on her off days because she says if she switches her schedule around too much, she's a little not so sharp. So she likes to keep her schedule. This is her husband, Mark. They actually went to junior prom together, which is pretty sweet. And then he now works for Emerson in Shakopee, Minnesota, and he's a mechanical engineer, graduated from Dordt College. So they had a long-distance relationship when they first started going together, because in high school they only had one date, and that was to junior prom. After that, they didn't get together until they were sophomores in college. And so he's a real great guy. We love having him in our family. This is me, and I am so happy to be a part of this family, obviously. And you know me, so I don't have to explain me. And then this is my oldest daughter, Carol, and she graduated from University of Minnesota, and she is a computer scientist and works downtown for a startup computer company called Punch Through. And so when her and my husband talk, I rarely understand what they're saying. I have a little better luck with these two, but these two talk in a different language altogether. So anyway, that's my family. I'm happy to share it. And like I said, when you share this video with people, I will put your name in, share it or make comments on it. Your name will go into a drawing, and I'll send you the family Christmas picture along with a Christmas card that's kind of probably going to be a blast from the past. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside and show you some cards that I got in the mail. This one is from one of my downline members, Lily Ernster, and she used, I have to take my little cheat sheet off the back here so I can remember all these different products. This is the Merry Christmas Thinlet dies, and she used the Joyous Noel glimmer paper. And it's a beautiful card. I think I need to zoom, let's see which way. Zoom back out a little bit so you can see this. How does that look? Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, there it is. So she used some vellum paper from the past, but she did use the softly falling embossing folder, and then of course this lovely, I mean, that is so cool, that Merry Christmas Thinlets dies. And so it's really sparkly and fun in real life. So thank you so much, Lily. And then another card that I got from a downline member. This one uses the Winter Woods bundle. This is from, well, she's practically a neighbor. Her daughter babysat my kids when they were little. And this is Joanne Slobowski. So she has been a demonstrator probably 5 or 6 years now in my group. So I love having her in my group. Thank you so much, Joanne. This is a really pretty card. I love having it on display. And the next card I got was from a downline member that lives in Wisconsin. This is Dawn Chase's card, and she used the host set that's in our holiday catalog. What is it called again? I think it's called Hung with Care, because it has all these little stockings, and then it's so cute too because the little words up here are so cute and tiny, and they've got the cutest little font, and you can just put your stockings up there like they're hung down from the words. She used the tufted embossing folder, and then I think back here is some festive farmhouse paper. So anyway, a really cute card. I love it. Thank you so much, Dawn. And another card I got in the mail is from Deb, and I'm sorry if I don't know how to say your last name, but it's Till, I think. It's T-H-I-L-L. So thank you so much, Deb. Deb is one of my watchers on my Facebook videos, and I love having her watch because she helps me when I can't remember the name of things. I'm terrible at names, and she always comes through. She must have a catalog right next to her when she's watching me, or else she's got everything memorized and she's just that smart. But anyway, she sent me a Christmas card. I love it, and it uses some of the paper pumpkin things, and I love how she took the little pine boughs, and bows, I think you say, pine boughs. She took them and she flipped them over to have the white side show instead of the old olive side. So I love that. It's really cute. So thank you so much, Deb. I will enjoy having this on display in my workshop. And the final card that I got is from a customer that I used to have who started ordering from one of my downline members because they're sisters. So when I, sometimes when I recruit, I lose customers in Stampin' Up, but I'm okay with that. But we were longtime customers, and she and I are friends, and so she sent me a Christmas card as well. So thank you so much, Jean Mickelson. I love this card. It uses the Star of Light stamp set. You can see she used the thinlits here, and she used that real fun swirl that she stamped in smoky slate, and then I know you can't see this, but she took the Wink of Stella or something and just scattered a little bit of sparkle along here. And then this beautiful, okay, so the words are fantastic in Star of Light if you haven't seen them, but then this beautiful little shepherd looking up to the star is from Night in Bethlehem. So both of those are in our annual catalog, and I love seeing them used together because they work so well together. All right, so now let's get on to the catalog shares, because supposedly that was what I was going to talk about today. So I am offering 2 different everything shares. So the first everything share is a 6x6 everything share. And that is how I normally do this every time I do a catalog share. So it's all of the papers, and I have them in cellos so that you can use the cello for scraps, or if you choose to get the full-size paper pack, you can use them for scraps. So this is our Floral Romance specialty paper, and it's 6x6, and it's not as many papers as you would think, because there's 4 of each sheet to make 12 sheets total. So as I divide this out into shares, you get 1 sample from each sheet. So there's only 4 in here, but they're so beautiful. Look at, I don't know if this is going to show up great on the, maybe I can put it on this side, but there's this gorgeous, gorgeous vellum sheet. Oh my goodness, I just love it. And you could fussy cut those and layer them on your cards, and I think they would be so gorgeous. So you can do a lot with this sheet, either as a layer or fussy cut. And then there's another vellum sheet here, and of course another wood grain background. I mean, can we ever have too many wood grain backgrounds in our designer paper? I think not. Bravo to Stampin' Up! For continuously giving us these lovely wood grains, because they work so well in all of our card making. And then another thing I do for this is I put the information down here on a sticker for you, along with the information about the coordinating cardstock pack. So here it is, the actual paper, and then the coordinating cardstock pack, and the colors of paper that you get in that cardstock pack. So this is Floral Romance 6x6. Here's the All My Love Designer Series paper 6x6. This, I'm not going to go through I'm just going to show you the front and the back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will maybe make a few comments just because these papers are just so stunning. I seriously can't help myself. All right, then I'm going to flip it over so you can see the back side. So pretty. One thing I love about this is Stampin' Up! Often will create papers that coordinate with framelets. So this is one where you could cut out the framelets. And then look at how glorious all these hearts are. Oh my goodness. I just can't wait to make cards with this. So hopefully I'll have some time over Christmas break to really get into making some cards for you so I'm all set to go in January. Here's another one of those coordinating paper packs that will work with the framelets. This one's How Sweet It Is Designer Series paper. Again, I'm going to spread it out. But I believe these and these and these are all ones that will work with the set of framelets. So what's so nice about that is oftentimes the stamp set has the very same image so that when the designer paper is gone, you can still use the framelets because then you can just stamp the stamp set, color it in, and cut it out with the framelets. So that makes our papers extra versatile during the time that we have them. Oh my goodness, I love this rainbow one. I have got to do something with this rainbow paper because this is so pretty. And they're kind of close enough together that I could cut it into 3x3 inch squares as an element on my card and get so many colors even in just one 3x3 inch square. So I love that. This is a really pretty paper pack. And if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, I think you're going to need it. All right, the next one is our Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper, and it looks like this. So, okay, so yeah, as many of you know who have watched me before, I'm not really into anything to do with needles. So, I can't possibly do the things that they do with needlecraft. However, I can make really pretty cards, and to me that's close enough. So, what I love about this paper is they have actual needly pointy things that are like real life pictures of, and then they put it into a designer series paper. So you have your real life look on this side, and then when you flip it over, as I will try to do here, you have more of your graphic side. So if you do want something maybe that's a little more masculine for a masculine card you're making, just use the other side of the paper. I love it. I love that Stampin' Up! Makes our paper just so versatile like that. So if you don't want to use the feminine side, use the more masculine side. All right, the next one is a 6x6 pack. So this has one of these 5 colors. So you'll get all 5 colors. This is Balmy Blue, Grapefruit Grove, Daffodil Delight. I think it's Highland Heather, and then Lemon Lime Twist. And it even has a coordinating cardstock pack that goes with it. So I love this 6x6 paper. It's beautiful. And for Spring Fling, which is coming up, that my group puts on for our customers every year, we are going to be decorating our project bags with this paper. My niece always puts those bags together for us. So I'm trying to get her enough things so that she can work on this over her holiday break. Okay, the next one is the Happiness Blooms Designer Series paper, and it's got lots of pretty flowers on it. And again, let me see if I can flip this over, and more fun designs on the back side. So I think this is really cool. I think it's a very summery paper pack, but definitely one that you could use year-round, and it has kind of a modern graphic feel to it. So I will set that aside. And then the last paper pack in this holiday catalog, and you'll be getting 12 sheets of this because it's one of everything. This is a 6x6 paper pack, and it's called Classic Garage. So, oops, some of these are upside down. So you've got all the tools you would find in a garage, along with some oil cans and keys and maps, and then just different real cool colors. You know, these just great great colors for guy cards. Look at all those little tire tracks, all in. Just what a great background paper is this when you think about it. All right, so now let's flip it over to the other side. Lots of grays and blacks and, oh, I think I have it upside down. Let me flip it this way. Love these cars. I think those could be fairly easily fussy cut. So you can get a lot of cars out of that one sheet of 6x6 designer series paper. And motorcycles, again, that could be fairly easily fussy cut. I don't know what this is. Kind of looks like it could be a carburetor, but don't hold me to it. All right. And then of course some nuts and bolts and just different weird things you find in a garage that I know really nothing about. All right, now, so that's the 6x6 designer series paper. I'm also offering the Get Everything bundle that I put up in 6x12 paper as well. This is the first time I've ever done it. I'm just going to give it a shot. And I have had a few people already place orders with me. Actually, it's reservations because I can't actually take money for it just yet. So I'm just reserving orders. But I'm going to do 6x12. So this is all of the paper packs that I showed you with the exception of the 6x6. So any of the 12x12 papers will be cut in half. And you will get 2 packs of the Classic Garage 6x6 and 2 packs of the Gingham Gala 6x6. So that will be in my everything pack, okay? And it also can be ordered separately just for paper. So let me set that aside and show you the rest of the ribbon shares. Or the rest of the shares. I have ribbon shares. So this is 2 yards of each of the ribbons, with the exception of this one right here. This I think is in the All My Love product suite, and it's Lovely Lipstick and Flirty Flamingo, but it's a ribbon combo pack, so you will just get 1 yard of each. So I wrap them up together, 1 yard of each, but altogether it still is 2 yards. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 yards of ribbon. And then for the embellishment shares, these are all the little different sequins. So I wrap those separately because sequins can be a little bit fragile, and sometimes I include them in product shares and sometimes I don't, because, you know, if one flips off and I can't find it to put it back on, then I have to open up a new pack. So sometimes those can get to be a little expensive for me if they want to be kind of a little bit flippy. But as I was cutting these up, I noticed that they were staying adhered really well. So I was happy about that. So these are all the little different sequins. So you have a whole bunch of little hearts that are clear that you can color with your Stampin' Blends. You have a bunch of little acrylic flowers. These are super cute. They coordinate, let me grab the paper they coordinate. They coordinate with this Happiness Blooms designer series paper. So I love that. Here's one of each of these self-adhesive sequins that can stick onto your paper, and it's part of the Gingham Gala product suite. So there's all the little sequins that will come in the shares. And then we have kind of our little bit thicker embellishments. And again, I didn't want to put these in the same package because I didn't want them to bump off into the sequins and maybe wreck your sequins. So I packaged those up separately. There's probably more in here than it looks like because I've got some tags in here and some of the things are hiding behind the tags. But I believe you get 6 of the little buttons. You get 3 tags. You get these cute little tag holders, and they're kind of hiding in here. I don't know if I can get them out. Oh, they're just peeking out. So in this one, you get 2 little blue ones and a pink one. But these little tag holders are so cute. And all of these tags have little sparkles around the edges. So you can take your a little mister of a color that you're coordinating with, spritz it, and that will color this inner part. But because the outside part is shiny, the ink won't adhere to it, so you'll have a colored inside part and a sparkly outside part part. So these tags are very versatile and they're very cute. Then we have these cute little envelope seals, but if I were you, I wouldn't use them on the envelope actually, unless you're giving it to the person in person. I wouldn't put these through the mail, but they also make darling embellishments on the front of your cards. And when you get the catalog, you'll see how Stampin' Up! Did it, and it's really cute. All right, and then of course some garage grunge details. You get 4 of those. So altogether, it's really nice. Goodness, what did I do with my prices? Give me a second here. I am going to tell you that all the prices are on my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com, and you can just look there for all the information, but just as kind of a heads up how it goes, the Everything 6x6 bundle is going to be $36 if you pick it up in person, or $4 to have it shipped out. And the Get Everything 6x12 bundle will be $49 plus $7 to have it shipped. Okay? And then, of course, you can get every combination of every other thing that I offered as well. If you reserve your share and pay for it before January 3rd, I have a little gift for you. I'm going to be including a couple of celebration items. Here's the butterfly paper from the celebration pack, and it's got some beautiful butterflies in. These can be fussy cut, but there's plenty of them that will coordinate with the new butterfly punch that's coming out, including a whole page of these and whole pages of these where these butterflies coordinate with the punch. So that can be really quick decoration on your cards. And then, of course, the other side is the black and white option, which I love. So you can either color these yourself or use them to make black and white cards. So you can see we've got a lot of options on the black and white side. And I love the black and white check. Oh my gosh, I just wish we had this year round, because this is one of my favorite looks. I love the black and white check. All right, and finally, the other little gift I will include, providing this is reserved and paid for by January 3rd, and you can get all the details on my blog, is the paper from the celebration. That's where if you order $50, you get to pick something for free. This one, oh my gosh, look at these rainbows. It's our Grapefruit Grove foil paper, and the rainbows are incredible on this paper. Oh my gosh, I get so excited every time I see it. It's just so exciting to work with. And then we also have a lovely lipstick foil that I will make sure that I include in your reserve, provided it's reserved and paid for by the 3rd of January. All right, so I will, after I get your email telling me what you'd like, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put it as a reservation, and then on January 2nd, I will send you your PayPal invoice or PayPal money request, and then you can pay me. And on the 3rd, I will place the order. I will quick ship it, 2-day shipping, so I can start working on it. But you do have to give me a few days to get everything done, because like about a week, maybe a week and a half. I usually say 10 days for me to get everything done, because this is a lot of work to do. And I try to keep the cost pretty much to the point where it's pretty much my cost. So it just takes a little time. So I don't like to hire a lot of help to help me get it all done, because that would really cut into my costs. So here are the 6x6 shares. Here are the cute little trinkets. And where is the... I know I have the ribbons around here somewhere. Pardon me. Here's the ribbon. And then, of course, the cute little extras that you get, provided you get your reservation and payment in by January 3rd. So thank you, everyone, so much. I truly appreciate you. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I will be off the radar for about a week here, but I will be back in January with all kinds of fun things to share out of our occasions catalog. Be sure to let me know if you need me to mail you these catalogs. Again, you can just message me on my Facebook business page, and I will be sure to get those in the mail for you as soon as I can, which might not be until January, but I will get them out to you. So have a great day. I truly appreciate you. Bye-bye, everybody.